I've not done a video in a while, so let me show you what we're doing. I put this little fish tank stand together. The bottom stand is going to hold a 90. The inside dimensions of it's 4 foot by 18 or so. It's like 18 and a half by 4 foot and a quarter or something like that. And the top is the same. So the 90 on the bottom is 25 inches tall, so the stand is like 27 inches, but only about 6 inches of the back of the tank is going to be in there, so about a foot of the tank will protrude out the front, and then I'll have the top tank, which will be a 75 staggered. It'll be back. It's not the best construction, but I'm pretty sure it's strong enough. I use this as like a jack. You ever watch Perkins Brothers? I do. They're awesome. So I took a few lessons from their playbook. And the 2x4s on the corner in the front underneath it's a 2x6 I cut down. So it's supporting that front weight, which, I mean, between the two tanks, it's a 90 and a 75. It's 165 gallons of water. What is it, 8.9 pounds per gallon? So I marked roughly where the tank stand is supposed to go because I built it to be level in this particular spot. So I think it is. Look, pigs, those dogs. They get food everywhere. Rottweilers. Spoiled. Spoiled too. So look, here's our level. It's 4 foot across the top, 6 foot level. I mean, close enough, right? What am I off, a 16th of an inch? Good. I think we call that good. But look, what's dead on? I probably need to raise this left tire front corner up a little bit, but you know what? I ain't worried about that. Shoot. We got bigger fish to fry. Speaking of big fish, I can't do the rest of my floor. And then we got glare, right? Well, here's the two tanks. Get rid of that glare. A lot of algae on the bottom one. There's hardly anything in it. There's 4 angels and 1 geophagus. And this one has, I don't know, 14 angels. No, 30, maybe 20, I don't know. 4 Denison bobs and 2 geophagus, red-headed trapaho, and that's the one in the bottom too. Those are the offspring from the ones I had, which died because the dogs knocked out my airline, and I lost a bunch of angels too. But that's another story in itself. So the whole house been under construction since nearly a year now. I got all the furniture yet. The bathroom, I gotta have the inspector come and inspect my rough end. That's the drain and vents. Then we gotta do water lines. So there's gonna be a shower in here, so I have water access. And these 2 tanks, I don't like that stand. It's really shaky. I don't even want to fool with it. But anyway, these 2 tanks are going over here. And right, just like that's where the stand will set to give me access on the sides for filters. I may move it to the left slightly, closer to that. That's a 20 gallon in there. It's shrimp, and I got these green flame neons. And look those up. Those are some cool fish. I just love those things. Anyway, my hopes are to put an 8-foot tank on this wall here. And it's just 8 foot, and these tanks won't be here, so it'll open it up because it's pretty wide. And the reason I made it like that specifically to put an 8-foot tank. At the very least I'll have a 6-footer, but don't tell my wife. See, my alternate plan, I don't know, I think I could fit a 6-foot tank in front of that window. We'll just move the dog food again. Shh, don't tell. Alternate plan. See, I put a 6 foot there for in the meantime. I'm so bad. Or maybe I could put it on this wall for that matter. That's probably close to 6 foot anyway. I was going to put a cube tank on this wall. You ever see one of these Long Island maps? That's where I'm from. Well, there you have it. The future fish room. So I'm going to try and do this today. I should film it, but I have never used my GoPro. I got some more Denison barbs in this little 40-gallon breeder, which these are going to be moved right to that spot there on the right. I had to patch my floor because, well, we won't talk about the contractor, but it's a little bit of a hill. You can probably see it. I smoothed it out best I can. Oh, goodness gracious. That's another video in itself, but I'm really kind of a private guy. That's why I don't put out a lot of videos. But that's anyway what we're doing here now. The 70 and the 90s got a new home and cleaned up, and I got, look, brand new, look, pool filter sand. I got another 50-pound bag in the other room, so that's more than enough. Plus I got a little 29-gallon over here. I want to put some sand in the bottom of it. It doesn't have anything. That's my quarantine tank. It just has nothing but plants. It doesn't even have any fish in it at the moment. I think there's one shrimp and some snails, and I'm growing some moss so I can fertilize it a little bit. Anyway, get ready to empty the 75. I'm going to put all them fish in these 5-gallon buckets. I don't know if you ever had to do this. It's not a pleasant task. So I brought the sand in from outside last night, yesterday afternoon. The same with the buckets. So all the fish will be in buckets. They've all been, I think I'll probably dump a couple outside because they're dirty and I really don't feel like fooling with it. Top 2 we can get rid of. Maybe the top 1. I think we'll be all right. Anyway, I've got all those fish will wind up in these buckets by the end of the day. I gotta put towels on the ground, clean up my mess from my fish tank stand building. Got some scraps to give to my brother-in-law to use in his stove. He used that for kindling and get his fire started. Just a gift. It just keeps giving from this household. And that's it, folks. Got my sound bar. I gotta get my furniture ordered, so that's another reason I want everything moved into their permanent home so I can lay out this furniture and figure out where we're putting everything. I got cabinets got to be put up. Oh, goodness gracious. On this wall, I need to put cabinets and stuff on this wall for like a pantry. That's a big wall. That'd be a nice fish tank right there. Every time there's an empty, and look, it's got all that space beside it. I bet you I could put an 8-footer on this wall too. Oh boy. I'm going to call that guy up. Aquarium Domain. If you haven't checked out his videos, he builds wood and plywood tanks, fiberglasses them, and then pond liner inside of them, and 2,000-gallon tanks, and you name it, he does it. But anyway, this is my little stand build. Should I have filmed it? Y'all don't want to watch me fumbling around. I've barely got it together. I don't even know if it's solid enough. It's going to work. Those are 2x6s. I've seen them all built out of 2x4s. The only thing I use 2x4s for these cross pieces here, the front feet, and that's it. Everything else 2x6. That kiln dry 2x6. Here's a 2x4 just in between these two, right here. And then the sandwich is 2x6 on the outside, and then this is where the tank's going to set on top. And it's supported down here by the jack. That goes straight down there. Another jack in the back. In the front, same. There's a block of wood behind that 2x4, supporting it off the floor. So there's not just the screws holding the weight from the sides or the front. There's a 2x6 under there. See it coming out there. You can see it in the front. So it's solid. It ain't going nowhere. It's not rocking. It's not moving. I can climb on it. I mean, there's no way. Look, there's no way. It's not going anywhere. The only other thing maybe cross pieces, diagonal on the sides, but I think we're good, folks. I ain't even gonna worry about that. It's just those feet are 2x6 in the front, and the back is 4 inches wide on the bottom, 4x4. That's not going anywhere. We're good. All right. I'll put a new video once I get it all together. Wish me luck, cause this is gonna be a pain. Enjoy. Thank you. Please like, subscribe. We'll have more shenanigans and tomfoolery for you in the future, I promise.